Don't do it. Do you think she'll learn? All right, who's next, girls? Who's it gonna be? Well, hello, girl. No cooties. You looking good, girl. You are so pretty. Revel. Well, they don't usually take this long to test it. I think yes. Oh, she's so pretty. So that was some serious wreckage. Oh. Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and today we are training 15 doelings to the electric fence. All right, so for starters, I'm going to give you a rundown of what exactly is going down here. So we are in the backyard, and I just have a small section of electric fencing up. That way it's not too big and we can actually train them in more of a confined, focused area. And so our electric fencing here, we have just the strand. We do not use the netting, and it has lots and lots of strands. So once they're trained, they don't need this many strands. So they actually have a pretty decent sized area here. Check it out. And then over here is a really special thing here. We haven't done this before, and I'm hoping it works out like a charm. But this is just hog paneling that my husband staked into the ground, and he actually wired it, so it's a couple of them. That way it could be just kind of a little round pen for the goats. So we're going to bring them all back here and put them in here. That way we have time to just kind of train 2 at a time, or maybe even 3, and put them back in, bring the rest out. So we also have 3 igloos back here, and the reason being is because I'm going to make sure to keep them back here for a couple of days. You can't train them necessarily just in an hour or 2. More than likely, they will get the point after a zap 2, 3 even, and won't want to do anything that this wire has to do with. So they'll stay away pretty good. But just in case, you know, there sometimes is a straggler, and we want to make sure that none of them want to test it. I also went around and soaked the ground under the fence really, really good. That way, if they do test it and they have their feet in wet water, it's going to zap them hard enough to make sure they don't want to do it again. And because people are going to probably ask, this is the solar panel that we use. It came from Premier One, if you guys can see. There you go. I know nothing else about it. My husband does all that for me, and I don't have to worry about it. But these are also just stakes that we got at the Tractor Supply, and I believe this is from Premier One also, but maybe also Tractor Supply. Okay, so what we're going to be doing for the gate is literally just one of these stakes. You know, it's not connected to this other one, so I can just move it as I please. And let's get that back in there, one-handed. There we go. And then I will just tie this to the top here and secure it, and that way no little goaties are getting out unless they want zapped. All right, so we are ready. Let's get those little goaties back here and wish us luck. So we have all doelings in this little round pen, and we are going to start with 2 goats and see how they do. Okay, so we're going to get the gate shut and turn the fence on. And I actually really hope they do well and don't want to zap themselves over and over again. This is not necessarily my favorite thing. Okay, so first up we have our doelings, our keeper does here. This here, the spotted girl, oh, and that was Moby. This is Revel, and that was Moby. She's okay. It bites. It bites, baby. Don't do it again. Don't go that way.
Get away.
Moby.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
We lost our first one.
All right, so she busted out of it. We're gonna turn the fence off and fix it. I think Revel might have understood that that was not fun. And Moby here, she seems to think she really wanted to test it. So we'll give him a little bit longer. See, Revel seems to be pretty smart about it.
Sometimes 1 is all it takes for a smart goat.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
Maybe even 2.
I know, girl. You gotta stop touching it. I'm pretty sure Moby gets it now. You gonna be okay? Oh man. You can do it again, Rebel? Of course. Rebel! Do you think she'll learn? Do you? Hey, it's okay. So we're gonna get our next two keeper does, Ren and Marcia. See how they do. All right, come here. Marcia. And Ren. Calm down.
Oh, look at Marcia. Look at Ren.
Oh, Ren's gonna get it.
And she, oh. She got it. And I think she broke that fence again.
She did.
And Marcia seems to be doing pretty good. Hello, Mama. I mean, just a baby.
All right, let's see what happens here. Don't do it, Rebel. Gotta love it when they stay inside the fence.
As they're supposed to.
Yes. Okay, so Emily, turn that off real quick. Let me fix the fence and you get Ren.
Hi, Ren. Good girl, you're okay. And she got shocked.
I know, I'm sorry. It's okay.
I think Moby and,
Oh, Ren.
oh. Well, she jumped back in. She's back in.
I guess at least she comes in, but geez.
They keep breaking this fence.
So I was actually gonna put Moby and Revel back in the round pen and only take out Ren and Marcia here. But then I thought maybe it'll be okay with the four of them. So that was my thought there. And you're, hey, it's okay. You just can't touch the fence. That's all. That's all. So you girls got a couple good zappings. Revel. Right now she's like, I don't know what can shock. Hey. Are you gonna make it? Now she's mad at me. She'll get over it. You wanna turn? Not yet. All right, they're not having it.
I think they learned their lesson.
They might have learned their lesson. The majority of the lesson. See, that's another thing too, because they probably all are gonna try to test it one more time, but even the ones that want to continually test it, the other goats hear it snap and they also see them, you know, getting zapped by it. So it helps with the memory there. Ain't that right? You think it's somebody else's turn? You want to try it again? I don't think they're gonna. Oh, I think wrong. Oh, thank you for staying in. I appreciate it. I know. I've already told you. It bites. Ren's like, whatever. She's the most chill. Aren't you, Ren? Well, hello, girl. Little cooties. All right. I think we're ready for a couple more. What do you say, girl? I think yes. Oh, she's so pretty. All right, who's next, girls? Who's it gonna be? There we go. Coming out. Uh-oh.
Already got action.
Test it back here. She got it. She's gonna do it again. She did it again. Oh. All right, so these two are Cassie's does. This one here is Chloe, and this is Cleopatra. We call her Cleo. And that's an acacia doe. She's gonna try to test the fence here. And her name is Annie. I know. See, they have been kind of watching them also. What? Oh, there's Annie over there. She might try it. She's gonna. No? Uh-oh. Well, you girls gotta try it. Did you learn from your friend's mistakes? I doubt it. Well, they don't usually take this long to test it. Okay. Ooh, what do we got here? She's too smart. She's already so cautious about everything anyway.
She's kind of a nervous Nancy.
Yeah, a little. Wow, you girls are really... Okay. Anybody? Well, that was easy training you. You don't even want to try. No. Hey, girls. Oh, stayed in and didn't break the fence. Good girl, Annie.
She bit it, poor girl.
Aw. What are you thinking? Okay, these girls are thinking they want back in. Look at her hair's up. She's like, things bite around here. Don't know what. What is it? You can try again, Annie? No? Good girl. So I jumped out in the hopes that they at least attempt to touch the fence, because without that, there's no training them. It looks like Cleo here. Come on, Emily. Oh, okay. It's okay, girl. All right, we better catch her. All three of these does have been zapped at least once, and they are just kind of hanging out right here by the round pen. So we are gonna choose 3 more does. All right, so we got Daytona's daughter here. This one is Danelle. And then we got Daytona's, oh, get back in, girl. Good job. So this is Daytona's other doe, and this is Dottie. So she was the first to test it this time. And then we have Molly's doe, Maggie. Ain't that right? Who's gonna try it? You almost did. Wanna try it? There's a lot to take in. Let's see. It looks like you can get out real easy. But you heard that snap, huh? Oh, oh no! Really? She's still stuck in. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Mom?
Okay, fence down.
So Maggie jumping out ended up breaking both of these posts completely, if you see that. Yeah. So we ended up having to replace them. And now they're back out again.
Okay. Yeah. So that was some serious wreckage. Oh, good girl. Stay in the fence. Love that. Thank you. Okay, so Danelle's been shocked. Dottie's been shocked. And Maggie here. So yeah, that was some serious wreckage on the fence, but we got it put back together because we are awesome. Let's check it out, girls. Oop, oop.
Dottie.
Oh my gosh, don't do it again.
Please don't.
I know, it burns.
No.
It bites you.
Maggie!
Ah! All right. Well, at least you didn't break it. We do got to get it twisted back up, though. Well, what in the world, Maggie?
She wants to be close to me, but she doesn't want me to touch it.
Yeah, she's not sure if you shocked her or not. Come on, girl. Take a knee. Oh, it's okay. Dottie. You really wanted to learn really, really good, didn't you? Danelle's like, nah, I'm done. Not doing that again. I'm betting Maggie here is gonna. It's all right, Dottie.
She's fixing the fence. This is always the hardest part because I have the fence off right now and they are inching closer. Look at them, they've learned. On.
Okay. I would prefer you not to get zapped over and over.
Oh no.
And then they're all just mad at us for quite a while. They don't think we did it to them, but they know we did it to them. Are you gonna try again, or do you think you're done for now? Should we teach somebody else? So the next three. So this is Cammie's doe, Candy. That is a wildy doe who's gonna try the fence right now. Don't do it, Wilma. Okay, well that's Wilma. She didn't break the fence, so that was nice of her. Hold on, Emily's coming for you. And that little girl, hey girl, that is Wildy's other doe, Willow. What do you think? What do you think, girls? Want to see what all the rave is about? And this is Cammie's last baby girl she'll ever have. Which, other than my first 4 keeper does, the rest of these doelings are actually going to be sold as yearlings next spring when the babies are born. So that will be sad, but they will make somebody happy. Here we go again. Wilma!
She's good at not breaking.
My gosh, look at how gorgeous she is, alert. You looking good, girl. You are so pretty. You're gonna do it again, aren't you? Okay, so Candy got it. And the fence is broken. Okay. Look what you've done. Look at this. Oh, you're next, little girl. I know. She'll come and save ya. Way to go, Candy. Looks like...
No.
Ooh.
She tried running right back in.
All right, Emily will go get the fence off for me so I can fix this. Candy. Okay, Candy wants to try again. Don't go out. Good girl, good girl. Stay in, Candy. Hold on, Emily. Hold on, Emily. All right, Willow here is gonna try it. She doesn't know yet, but there's a big gap there, so she's gonna go right out of it. Oh, good girl. I figured she would. Okay, so all 3 have been zapped. Fence off, let's get it fixed. Well, these 3 have busted the fence a couple times, and everybody's been zapped. Candy is really upset. She doesn't want to talk about it. Candy, I just need to see if you're gonna test again. I feel like you will. I feel like you're the one, man. It's you. You don't have to be so mad at me. I love you, Candy. Okay. You want back in? It's okay. It is. Just stay away from the fence. That's all, baby. That's all. Do forgive me. It was Emily. It was Emily. All right, so does number 14 and 15, the last 2 doelings. These here are Winnie's doelings. So here we have Winky. How we doing today, Winky? She doing good? Yep. And over here we have Windy. Windy with an I. All right, we're gonna see. Listen, Windy, it's not your friend, okay? You really don't want to do it. So don't be mad at me when you do. Well, are you gonna go try the fence? I know I said not to, but you have to. You have to know. There we go. Yep. And there it is. That's a good job. You stayed in. You're so smart. You didn't get tangled up in it. Go ahead, try it. It does the same over here, okay? Good girl. I think you might not try it again. You're a little taken back by the whole situation, aren't you? You don't even have wind in your sails. Ha ha. No? Okay. Winky! She ain't even gonna try it. Whatever. Okay, so my master plan here. Little Winky does need to know that it actually zaps her. She doesn't get trained if she doesn't get zapped, unfortunately. So I am on the outside now. I kind of feel like you don't want none, but here you are. And zap. Oh my gosh, you never turned the fence back on. Girl, oh. That is 3 times for you. Winky, get your bum over here. Ooh, she's sniffing around like a dog. You want to tell your sister to come and try it? That'd be great. Well, the 13 other does are doing really good. They're being really... Oh, here we go. Oh, good girl. Thank you for staying in. That was not nice. Okay, so perfect. Everybody's gotten zapped at least once. And I really don't think Winky's gonna give us too much problem. Well, now we shall see how this goes, because I'm gonna let all the doelings out and cross my fingers, guys. Come on. And then there were 15. See how this goes. I have a feeling Cleo back behind Marsha is going to give us trouble, but hopefully not. Are we all okay now? How are we, Candy? Like, we don't need to test it, okay? Because there's plenty of room in here that you don't need out. You don't. No, Maggie. How are you holding up, Annie? Oh, you're not running from me. That's good. Are you okay, Cleo? Is she okay? Don't do anything crazy, Wilma. Who was that?
That was Annie.
She stayed in. That's a good thing.
Now they're all over here.
Yes, they are. Very much so. Okay, don't go over there, Emily. Oh, Cleo. I knew it. I knew it, Cleo. They're staying in, though.
I'm so proud of them.
Moby's still like, this is just not cool. Nope. So far, so good. As long as they stay in the fence, don't jump out and break it, we're good. Yep, Candy. Oops, zap. Oh, man. At least she came back in. Oh, where are we going?
Dottie got snapped.
I didn't see. Way to go, Dottie. Did you get zapped again, girl? Just another one? Just, really, Marsha? Like, right by my foot? You have to pee right by me? Okay, look at Annie. She's like, let me back in. This is not cool. This is your new home for a couple days, girls, okay? You think you're gonna make it? I think you're gonna be just fine. Don't do it. Way to go, Chloe. What, Maggie? You're all kinds of talker too, huh? You love talking. Yes, you got stories, girl. And I'd say you, little Winky, are definitely the smartest of the bunch. What do you think? That's a good piece of grass you got there, huh? It's quite longer than you thought, I can tell. Yeah, it's long. I'm proud of you. You keep them in check for me. Make sure they know. Look at all these pretty girls. Well, I think it was pretty successful, guys. Okay, so that is pretty much what it takes. Now, there are gonna be a couple that probably sneak out, but I will be in my kitchen making soap, so they are just right outside my kitchen window where I can keep a very close eye on them and, you know, fix the fence, which I hopefully won't need to do because they are all trained very well. Ain't that right? Look at her. She's like, it's okay. She is mad. But these girls are going to be back here for a couple of days. That way, just to make extra sure that they know the fence, because again, we have so many of the wires on this fence, and once we get them out in the field, there will not be as many wires. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get them out there romping around in a little bit larger territory. So, all right, hopefully they forgive me soon. Guess what, everyone? The long-awaited release of our fall soap collection is now available on our Etsy shop. So make sure you head on over and get some while they last. After this soap segment, of course. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite fall soaps, and that is our Apple Crisp bar. So let's get to making it. Okay, so here we have our high-quality organic base oils, which may or may not include olive oil, castor oil, shea butter, and coconut oil. So first we are going to be adding the applesauce, and this is, of course, all-natural, unsweetened, and organic applesauce. So apples contain many nutrients that can benefit your skin. They contain antioxidants like vitamin C that can help protect your skin and hair from damage caused by free radicals. And the natural acids in apples can gently exfoliate your skin, unclogging pores, and promote a smoother complexion. And now we are going to be adding some lovely brown sugar. And when adding sugar to any of your soaps, it gives it the most beautiful lather. And now we are going to be adding just a touch of finely ground oats. Adding the oats to any soap is just an exfoliant. So depending on how much you actually grind them up depends on what type of exfoliant you are giving. And this bar, I just want a very mild one. And now we are adding apple spice. Of course, you can't have apple crisp without the apple spice. And then the lovely lady's gorgeous goat milk. Just pour it right in over all of those ingredients that still want to float. Okay, so we are just going to mix this all together until it is completely combined. No little clumps of anything floating around in there. So let's get going. So if you guys can see that, there are still some floaties hanging around, and I personally cannot stand if there's little clumps of any of the ingredients that I added. So I'm gonna go just a bit longer and make sure everything is incorporated perfectly. Okay, so that is perfect, just like I want it. Okay, and now we're going to just add the lye, and this I just pour right over my stick blender carefully, as to not get any splashes. So from here, I am literally just going to be stirring this up with the blender, but I'm not going to blend it yet, because I do need some of this to be blended in another container, and I just need to give myself as much time as I can. So just gonna mix it all together really well until all of the lye, oils, and ingredients are incorporated smoothly. Just like so. Okay, so in this container, I am going to put some of the soap batter in here, and this is just more apple pie spice. So it's going to give it just another darker color. That way when I pour it back into the main batter, it looks like a gorgeous swirl. All right, so we are just gonna pour it right on in there. I want about 8 cups. So it's not quite half of the soap batter, but just enough to give lots of dark swirls throughout the soap. So we're always going to want to start with the lighter colors first. Since this is the darker one, we are starting with the main mix here first. And we're just going to get it all mixed together. I don't need it super thick, or want it super thick for that matter. Just kind of a medium trace is what I'm looking for here. Let's go. Okay, so it is thickening up, and also the brown sugars in here is going to make it come to trace much quicker. And now we are going to blend together this portion of the soap batter. Perfect. Look at that gorgeous color. All right, let's bring our main mix back. So what we're going to be doing now is called the drop swirl. So here we are just going to, watch me now, just kind of pour this in, swooshing it around like so. Just like that. And you guys see the pretty color variations. Now I'm not doing a lot of mixing here, or I don't want to mix it any more than the pouring does. So some soaps you'll see me actually come in here with the spoon and move it around just a little bit more to give it just kind of more swirls in there, but that's not really what I'm looking for with this apple crisp. Because these colors are slightly similar, one's just a little bit darker, I really don't want the darker color to start bleeding or mixing into the lighter color. I want you to be able to visibly see that darker color very, very well. Okay, so if you guys see, isn't that just so pretty? It is absolutely gorgeous and smells like apple pie up in here, you guys. Love it. All right, so from here we are literally just gonna pour it in. You see how thick that got so fast? So I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth. I wanna make sure that you can see those swirls. If there's any abundance of white in the bottom, then I don't want one to get all of it. One mold, rather. Okay. I can tell it's going to have beautiful swirls. Okay, so I'm just going to flatten it out here and just see what we're working with. All right. Alrighty, so now we're ready for the topping, and I am just going to do the topping with this little tiny spoon here. And this is what we call the goat toast swipe. So it is one of my favorite toppings. It's very satisfying, ends up being gorgeous, and it's easy. Here we go. Check that out. Nice, right? You guys see that gorgeousness coming together? I love this topping. Any topping that is easy and gorgeous, I am all about. Not to mention fun. I just love doing this. I could do this as a full-time job. Just topping. Okay, so the last part of this topping, I actually am gonna use some oats that have not been ground up. And all I'm gonna do is sprinkle them right here on the peak of my topping. Not a lot, just enough to give it a neat look. And also, it helps it scream the fact that it is apple crisp. Perfect. And here she is. Look at her, she's beautiful. So that is it, you guys. That is how you make our apple crisp bar. So head on over to our Etsy shop. Make sure you get not just the apple crisp, but all of our other fall soaps as well. We will see you all again soon. Do you guys hear that? It's Mayo. What are you talking about, girl? What? It rained on them today, and so it's an hour later than normal for the evening chores, and Mayo is just too funny. Alright, go and get lost. So, anyway, I'm pretty sure she's in heat. What are we talking about? Are you done? That's it, huh? Okay, well, look at that, you guys. You saw it live. Champion babies. Okay, I'm coming. I'll get your food, girl.